Hi angels, welcome to my channel. So we're going to do very quick and fun messages today. What the devil thinks of you. So we have pile 1, 10 of Pentacles, pile 2, the devil, and pile 3, 5 of Wands. Okay, pile 1, you are the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like the devil himself, Lucifer, some of you may channel Baphomet, Satan, channel whoever you want as the devil, okay? But I feel like he really feels like you don't do yourself justice. I feel like he sees a lot of potential in you. Now I'm seeing 3 windows specifically, and they feel like, okay, so I'm from the UK. I feel like that's obvious, right? But I'm seeing like you know, like how America, you guys, if some of you guys, if you are in America, you have like a basement windows is what I'm seeing. That is what I'm seeing, like higher windows, short 3 short windows but higher windows. Okay, for others of you this could even be like church windows is what I'm seeing. But I see this light casting through like your home, your space, whatever, right? Or wherever you feel connected to these 3 windows. And I feel like there is almost like a growth he's showing me in every single one of the windows. It's giving like in one window you see yourself limited, in another it's like you see yourself having to grow up, and then in the third window you are abundant. So I almost feel like the energy that's coming in is that you have the power of perception, you have the power of self-concept, and you have the power of light. And I feel like the devil sees you as a light. You are a light in darkness. You are a light in a room full of like boring, unawakened people. And I feel the message here is really about you seeing your own potential. Like, I feel like he wants to shake you and he's like, I wish you would see your own potential. I wish you would see how abundant you actually are, how many opportunities are around you. And look, I get it, right? Because it's like sometimes it's really hard to build that relationship with money. People don't talk about it enough, right? People don't talk about it enough. It's not just affirmations, it's not just healing. There is so much more that goes into it. So I get it. It's not that you don't see your opportunities, but I feel like you're in search of yourself. And it's funny because when I did something with Lucifer yesterday, that came up for me as well. But I feel like he really wants you to know, like, you don't see yourself. You don't see your potential. You don't see, like, how amazing you are. And look how even, like, the wolves, the animals, they're looking at you. And I think that you feel like you have to seek permission. And it's funny because now we're not even talking about money, because I feel like he's shifting my vision. And he's showing me, like, you almost feel like you have to seek permission for other people to have your beliefs, whether it's about the devil, about Satan, whether it's about you know, just this need to like receive in life. You seek permission and authority, and I feel like it's very interesting that he's holding the pentacle and you're at this doorway, this gateway, because it's like you look like he does. You look like he does. You are the devil, if that's what you want to call yourself, right? And not in a disrespectful way or a delusional way, but I mean, like, look, he has a cape, you have a cape. He has his hair long, you have your hair long. So I almost feel like he feels that you need to cut the fucking bullshit. That's what's coming through, honestly. And you need to start standing the fuck up, because once you do, you see these pentacles that are beneath you, they'll start to come up the moment that you see yourself. And I feel like your narrative is going to shift on so much. Like, you're truly going to start to see yourself. It's funny because I have something spicy on Lucifer's altar right now, but I feel like that's coming through. He feels like you're spicy. It feels like you have something different about you. And it could be a style, an aesthetic. It could be something that you're into, like a brainiac. I'm hearing computers, okay? Or like you're very smart. You have these little niches that you don't share with the world. And I think that's beautiful actually, because it's like sometimes everything's not for the world. I'm having a lot of deja vu today as well. And I feel like I sort of just had deja vu then. So something's coming through here around really choosing to relive through yourself. I don't know if you had something taken from you, you grew up in poverty, like I didn't have too much money, or like you were very restricted, very poor. Because again, I don't know why I see like these basement windows. I don't know if you were ever stuck somewhere where it's like all you could see was the light through a window, and it doesn't have to be 3 windows anymore, but I don't know if you just like the only thing that you've ever been able to have is a window. I don't know why, but the phrase, or like the words innuendo for nothing is coming through. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Maybe when I watch it back, it will make sense. But I thought I'd say it anyway. But it feels like even just like this feeling of like having nothing, being alone. And I feel like he sees you as such a strength. He sees you as such a light. He sees you as someone who's very humorous, very intelligent, but it's like, do you ever let yourself just fucking thrive for 1 second, okay? Do you ever, are you ever not restricted? Are you ever going to truly allow like the energy of who you are to come to the surface? Are you going to really start utilizing what you have now, the opportunities? And again, I'm not saying the opportunities around you, because I feel like he sees the potential within you. It's not about like, I see that you can make a business, because we can all do that. We can all walk down the shop right now. We can all go shopping and spend a millions of pounds. I mean, technically we all can't, right? Because then we'd all be millionaires. But maybe we are. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say though? It's like we could do the same thing as everyone else, or we could look at ourselves and start to harness what we have. So there is something that you're staying quiet about, or you're not really allowing yourself to thrive in. Maybe it's your own doubt, or you're really allowing your own misgivings, misfortune in life to stop you from elevating, to stop you from speaking up or taking that higher position. There is something here around you stopping yourself. You're stopping yourself from happiness, you're stopping yourself from thriving. You're stopping yourself from seeing the world in the way that you want to see it. And I feel like it's this energy of like, look, it's challenging. It is fucking challenging. But he sees the potential. And I actually feel like there is gonna come a time when you need to stand up, where you speak your truth, or it feels like you're at this podium speaking, right? Maybe this is what you need to do in the mirror, right? To truly free yourself from this energy. Maybe it's you that needs to have that conversation front to front in front of yourself. Like, you know, like even I'm seeing someone write down in a journal. Like, talk to yourself is what I'm hearing. Because when you do that, you're going to free yourself. And when he's saying when you do that, that is when this money is going to come in. That is when you're truly going to be able to rise. And I feel like now he's almost coming through and he's saying, look, now I can give you this pentacle, because it's like, you see within yourself. You see how everything comes full circle? I'm not going to say anymore, because you need to do the self-work, you know? I love and appreciate you. I hope that was helpful. Okay, Pearl 2. What does the devil think of you? So, look, spirits, the devil, Lucifer, Satan, whoever, the Baphomet, whoever you choose to see as the devil in this video, I want you to know that I'm open to all, right? Take whatever resonates here, but the spirits, they don't really know too much about TV, right? You can tell them about it, and in a way, I always feel like the spirits, they know shit that goes on, right? Because they see everything. But it's like, I'm not gonna just say this message and like make it delusional for you. I'm gonna keep it fucking real. But in my mind, I feel like the way the devil would see you is as like, what's her name, 7-Eleven, what's the fucking name? I don't even know. I did that whole speech and I don't even know her name. But you're giving that girl with the powers, right? In Stranger Things. You're giving that energy. That's like almost how he sees you. He sees you as like this person with these gifts. And it could be psychic gifts, manifestation gifts. It could be just like, wow, you know how to like put a card together and take it apart type of energy, right? You just have these useful skills. And I actually feel like what's coming through as like an animal spirit that he is sending you, maybe he'll continue to send it, or he has been, but is a unicorn. I'm seeing like a unicorn, but the unicorn's very magical, maybe even Pegasus energy here as well. But I feel like he sends you very specific animal spirits for you to connect with, right? Very specific animal spirits for you to connect with. And I feel like he sees you as someone who's very fun. You have a very fun energy and he likes to keep things fun with you. You have a very young spirit is what I'm hearing, okay? You don't have to be young, but your spirit is. It's very innocent, your spirit. And I feel like you have this real like, I don't know how to explain it, but you know how like sometimes you have children that are just like extra, like they're just a bit extra, right? It's like extra special. Like I don't even know how to describe it, right? But it's like you have some children that will just mind their business, that will do whatever, but then you have those children that will talk to themselves, that will play games and just like run around the house and just like, and you look at them and you're like, wow, that one's a bit enthusiastic, you know? That is how he sees you. You're very enthusiastic. You're very smart, intelligent. I almost feel like to say you're like a mini devil. That is how he sees you, as a mini devil. Someone with a lot of spirit, a lot of energy, not afraid to be yourself. I want to say you're very extroverted, right? Maybe like there has been circumstances either recently or in the past where you've had to be introverted or people kept you introverted. And I just saw a raven trying to fly in the rain. But I feel like he's saying you are actually very extroverted. You're actually very fun. You were a very fun child, or you wanted to be very fun. Whether you could or couldn't is a whole different thing. But I feel like it's time for you to express that. You're a mini devil. You're like a Sabrina. I love that. You're like a Sabrina, right? Like a little witch. Not just a little witch, but like a witch, right? Witch, warlock, magician. Like you are just very in your power. You're very in your power, okay? I love that. But I do feel like, you know, pulling the devil card, which you've got, he's saying closed-minded. So I don't know if there is something that you're being closed-minded about. Maybe it's a project, maybe it's a direction. Maybe you don't ever allow yourself to fully express who you are. You almost keep it hidden. And I said this for part one. I think sometimes it's beautiful to keep private things private because it makes it yours. But I feel like it's time to free yourself. It's time to stop keeping yourself binded to people and to situations that just don't serve you. It's time to stop allowing things to control you. It's time to stop fighting who you are, is what I'm hearing. Wow. It's time to stop fighting who you are. It's time for you to trust yourself, the people that you're surrounded by or you will be surrounded by. You know what you need to do? Set some intentions. You need to set some intentions, because with the devil, you have attachments to carrying this old narrative about self. And I don't necessarily feel like it's entirely to do with people. What I feel like when it comes to people is that like you either allow people to burden you, you allow people to keep you trapped, or you carry this old narrative, and then finally when someone does something, it's like I snap. It's time for you to truly free yourself with that devil energy, okay? He doesn't like to see you limited. I'm seeing a lot of Halloween movies. You know the hand from the Addams Family? I don't know why, but the Addams Family is going to bring you a lot of messages. Very important. I'm seeing, what are their names? Adam and Morticia, is that it? No. what I can't remember what the guy's name is, but the mom and dad, right, the couple, Morticia and someone else. You're about to find love, or you have the potential to attract a lot of love. You attract what you seek. You attract what you put out there. And for you, it's extra special because this is why he sees you with the powers. Because you have this power to really control your reality. Now, we all have this power, but I always feel like with manifestation, everyone has access to the same energy, but others are stronger in their gifts in certain areas. That's why we have like different psychics. We have psychics who don't need cards, or we have psychics that do, and they read intuitively through the cards, right? And I feel like your manifestation gift is about harnessing the energy. And again, what is her name? 11, I can't remember what her name is, but it's like when I'm thinking of her and her character, it's like mind control, like, you know, she didn't want these powers, but she has them. And now it's up to her to understand how to harness them, right? And I feel like maybe you have a bit of a grudge against men if you are a feminine, or you have a grudge against masculines regardless, actually, because I'm seeing a lot of father energy coming in. Just like people who kept you controlled, like I'm hearing deadbeat dad, okay, deadbeat mom, like it's like why? But I feel like it's time for you to truly be yourself. Step out the box and look at the Ace of Wands. Step out the box. And you see what it is. It's like once you realize how to harness your powers, right? Once you truly, with this energy here of the Ten of Wands, allow yourself to truly put your intention towards that which matters, rather than the old narrative, rather than the people that you need to protect yourself from, rather than that energy. He's saying he sees you as someone very inspirational, someone that can manifest, especially with that wand. You have the tools that you need. You will have the ideas come in. You will have a new flow. You will start to feel inspired. But I almost feel like as soon as you feel like connected to something, like you get the idea or you start to feel like in your power, something comes up and you allow yourself to go back into that cycle almost. And I feel like it's time for you to take penmanship. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Is that the right use of the word? I don't even know, but it's like some of you, maybe you were supposed to write something, or writing is something that also can manifest for you, right? He sees you as someone who's very gifted, but it's like you wouldn't see a CEO of a business, right? Or a CEO of an empire, a true leader, putting their energy towards shit that just doesn't matter. Not to say that they shouldn't, like, you know, focus on people that are lesser than them, or you know what I mean? Because I feel like true leaders, they are balanced. That is in my opinion, right? I feel like it's like you're not just high and mighty, you're also like down and doing community work. Like to me, that is a good leader. But for you, I feel like it's like, how do you ever like take back control of your life if it's for everyone else? So I feel like the devil sees you as someone who truly has this power. It's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to be the person he sees. And that's not me saying like, oh, you have to be like that, but maybe again, this is a sign. Channel your own energy, you know, wear your own crown. Have a balance with masculine and feminine energy. There needs to be a balance of your energy, a balance of when you need to give to others and when you need to take for yourself. The inverted pentacles are very important as well, or pentagram. Yeah, the more that you trust your own intuition and the more that you learn to really control your energy and output of things and like what is really important, you'll be able to harness your powers correctly, okay? So I feel like actually I'm going to give you some guidance here, is to go and practice your manifestation power, okay? Go and practice your manifestation power. Go and do a meditation. Go and see like, okay, what gift is calling to me? Is it clairsentience? Is it clairaudience? Is it seeing things, clairvoyant? You know, because I feel like once you even just like sit in meditation or sit with your energy in silence and just like close your eyes and feel. That is what I do. I don't even always do like a deep meditation. Just sit with yourself. And even like look in a mirror would be very powerful. Make sure like you do the protection that is needed around that, but just really like see yourself, you know what I mean? Feel yourself. Okay, that is the messages. I love and appreciate you. Hope that was helpful. Okay, pile 3, you are my last pile. So you are the 5 of Wands. So I feel like the devil firstly sees you as someone that he feels very protective over, okay? He's very protective over you. And I see like you may be called maybe to the Baphomet a bit more, or the infernal divine, you know, the infernal divines, right? Because like I feel like maybe you even have a few more energies within the infernal realm, but I feel this energy of like, you feel safety with the devil. It's funny because like this is supposed to be what he thinks about you, but it's like now what you think about him. He feels like you feel like safe with him, and I feel like you do. You feel safe with him, or the devil really thinks that like you are someone who wants to feel safe, like he wants to make your environment safe. And with the 5 of Wands, that very much gives me you know, you've been caught up in a lot of drama, maybe conflict, chaos. Your life has been very fight or flight mode, right? It has been a lot of like having to be in survival, having to make sure that you're safe, or like you're not being projected onto. And I mean it both in the present moment and in your past. Now, trigger warning here, I am going to touch on some trauma, but I do feel like maybe abuse, okay, around a father figure or head of a household, or maybe it was just a very chaotic household. I don't know why, but wow, I just got chills when I felt that. But for some, this may resonate as well, but I had like being in a household that wasn't those things, but was fucking silent, like dead silent. Like I don't think about my problems. We don't discuss that stuff. Like very strict and very like conformed. But I feel like he wants you to know, like he would visit you when you were a child by your bed, or he'd come into these chaotic moments. And it's funny because like I don't want you to be delusional here and think like, oh, the devil's in love with me, because that's not true. But well, you know what I mean, right? But I feel like it's more this energy of like, I see like this protective shield that would come over you. Or maybe you had like a safe space, like where you'd crawl under when you felt very sad and alone. Maybe you still do, you know, take whatever resonates here. But I feel like he wants you to know that. He wants you to know he's with you, that he wants you to feel safe, and he wants you to really get balance over your home. And by home, maybe it's physical as well, but mainly I feel like first house of home, okay? Your first house, who you are within. He wants to give you a safe environment. And I feel like he sees you as someone who is very loving and very kind and maybe a bit soft, but you also have something very protective within you. And it's not just him protecting you, but it's your own energy that comes out and is very protective. And I feel like with a lot of work, or maybe I'm hearing you've done a lot of shadow work, a lot of healing for self, but it's like you will get to a place where you are able to feel normal again, and you will be able to feel comfortable in who you are. And I feel like he sees this. It's like, yes, he wants to protect you, and almost like a fatherly figure, like put his hands over you and just shield you from the world. But he also sees this flame within you, which I think is very beautiful. He sees this flame and he sees this momentum. He feels this energy that can rise within you. Okay, it can rise within you. And I feel like you just have to trust that energy, okay? You have to trust him a little bit, right? So what does he think about you? Let's take a look. He's saying the word condolences, okay? I'm hearing the word condolences. Condolences for something. feels like a loss is what I'm hearing. Maybe like a funeral, or there was a loss of something, loss of innocence. Don't know why that's coming through. The strength, you see, he sees you as a real strength. He sees you as a warrior. He sees the ambition of who you are. And I feel like maybe you feel like you have to be strong, or you have to take on everyone else's energy. But you know what he's saying? It's like, it's not who you have to protect yourself from or what you protect yourself with. What makes you a true strength is your heart. It's your energy to still be vulnerable even through everything that you've been through. I'm hearing like, I don't even feel numb. Like I don't even feel numb, but like I also don't even feel like I'm worthy of the light. Okay, I don't always feel like myself. I don't always feel connected. You know, I don't always feel valuable or worthy. There are a lot of like low self-esteem that is within you that he wants to help you with. But it's like, it's funny because it's like all these things he can help you with, but he's saying you already are. So I feel like the devil truly feels like, and I thought again the Baphomet, maybe Satan for some of you, okay? But I feel like he feels like he's coming through and he's like, don't you see that you're a strength through all that you've been through? Don't you see that? You know what is coming through? Monsters Inc. Okay, I love Monsters Inc. This Seven of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck. But Monsters Inc. Sully energy, like that is what's coming through. And maybe it is this feeling. Maybe go and rewatch Monsters Inc. because you'll get some inner child messages. And I'm seeing, especially if you're a girl, right? If you're a feminine, I don't know if like there was something around friendship groups or girl groups, or just like either you didn't fit in, or like maybe you were bullied, or just like horrible stuff, man. Like feeling left out, or it's like I had to be in this group because otherwise I'd be left out. But I don't know, I just feel like he's saying he sees you as like a strength, as growth. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Is that a Pink song? I'm sure it is. You're very unique. You're very unique. You know, it reminds me of this, of a book actually, what is coming through. I don't know if anyone's read How to Get Away with Murder. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. Right? But you remind me of a character called Pip. Like, she was very strong, very intelligent, but like she had to really like learn who she was through the process. So maybe go and read that book. It's actually kind of good. Yeah, I love that book actually. But I feel like something around like your uniqueness, like your style, and the things that you love. So maybe you do love books, or maybe you like to read anime, maybe you like to watch anime, I don't know. It's like something like that, you know, like maybe when you were a child it was cartoons. Maybe it's like a favorite song. I'm seeing someone who's a bit edgier, okay? So it's like you're not into the same things people are always into now. Like maybe like you are a bit older, or again, like you just had a very unique experience. I don't know how to describe it, right? But like it's giving like 90s energy, okay, 2000s, like nostalgic stuff that a lot of people probably wouldn't watch or don't know about. I'm seeing, I'm feeling, you see, I was gonna say I'm seeing ringing in my ears. I'm feeling ringing in my ears. So we have the Eight of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Cups. So I feel like he sees you as very hardworking, someone who is absolutely worthy of a safe home. You deserve to feel safe not only within a home but within yourself. And he sees you as someone that can make it through. And I feel like his message here for you right now is about trusting yourself. Put in the work, or you're going to need to put in the work to build self up, to build up yourself, to build up your career, your wisdom. But he's saying he sees it within you. You can do it. You absolutely can. And he's saying that you are worthy of it. And even though you've been through a lot more vulnerable experiences than other people, he truly wants you to know that I'm seeing like three faces here as well. I feel like Akate is coming through a little bit. Okay, I do need to go and do some work with her, but I do see this energy of like shifting, just like very beautiful energy, very beautiful energy. You have the ability to become a high priestess. Okay, I have a high priestess card on my Lucifer deck actually, or my Lucifer deck, my Lucifer altar right now. But there is something around, like I'm seeing he says like you have the potential to become the things that you want. You have the potential to have a loving relationship and safe home, and you will work through it. He sees it within you. But I feel like you do need to build up some self-discipline. Now I do feel like what's coming through is like things that make you feel safe but in a healthy way that should be utilized. And actually in this Eight of Pentacles, I don't know if you can see, but almost feels like she's like beating this like doll thing up, right? But I'm seeing like maybe it's like martial arts. Like if you don't feel safe around people, maybe it's learning martial arts, maybe it's learning a different language, maybe it's like learning about like voodoo dolls and what are they called, puppets are they called, right? Maybe it's about like learning these things, or learning like how to use my manifestation power, how to heal myself, right? How to work through my first house of home, you know, using your birth chart, whatever comes up for you. But he's saying like the more that you see it within yourself and you create it for yourself, right? And there's something that I love, a quote that I've really been guided to recently, which is like, don't wait for the opportunity, create the opportunity. Okay, so yeah, truly create the opportunity for yourself, because I'm telling you, you are doing amazing. There are new opportunities coming in. You're actually gonna have friendships coming in right now. I have literally just had the craziest deja vu, which is so freaking funny. Yeah, that is amazing. And there's something around twins, so he's gonna maybe give you some visions around the future. I'm just waffling now, but I am gonna go. Okay, know that it can come in for you. I love and appreciate you. I hope that was helpful.